All right, so now we're gonna get into the hip. When I think of the hip, a lot of times what we'll see, especially my runners and cyclists, biggest limiting factor is internal rotation of the hip. If you're a golfer, this plays a big role into you as well, especially with your lead leg. Being able to rotate to that hip, if we don't have internal rotation, as we pivot and rotate around that lead leg, it translates to the low back, and we don't want low back stuff going on in our golf swing. But internal rotation as a whole can be huge for us. And so a good test of internal rotation, or a movement that requires a lot of it, is the sumo squat. So when we think of the sumo squat, normal stance, widen the feet out. So I'll demonstrate here. So it's like if my normal squat is here, I'm gonna widen my feet to something that feels just ridiculously wide. And we're gonna squat down into the bottom of this sumo squat, seeing what position needs to be in. The reason why this requires a lot of internal rotation is if I think of my normal hip position and I just bring this knee out, what happens if I just bring the knee out from here? It creates a lot of external rotation. The way we counteract that to keep our foot underneath from there is drive this foot out, which works into internal rotation of the hip. If you want to think of internal and external, think of wherever the knee goes, this is internal, this is external. So a good little cue. So in order to get into that, we're going to get into smashing the external rotators, because the external rotators that want to pull that direction are tight, they're going to limit internal rotation of the hip. So we're going to smash through those, try and lengthen those a little bit with a lacrosse ball. We'll then get into a frog pose, working on the actual joint capsule itself, and I'll describe that as we get into it. And then we're going to get into the actual activation. So if you saw in like previous videos or about the shoulder, we want to gain that range of motion, and we want to activate it and fire it and own that position that we have. So starting with the lacrosse ball. I like it. Works really well. If you don't have this, baseball, but you could use a baseball. Tennis ball is a little too soft, but you can still use a tennis ball. Either way, we're just looking to get into this posterior structure of the hip. So from here, lacrosse ball is going to go under the glute. We're going to cross this leg over and wind up into external rotation. If you do this a lot, then you're going to be used to this. If you don't, you're going to realize this is really mean. And you're going to find the spots that hurt. The thing that sucks about that is that's probably where you need to spend a little bit of time. So getting through piriformis, glute med, there's a ton of other hip external rotators. Those are just primary ones that we know and we hear of regularly. But get there, find that pressure point right here on a gnarly spot. I'm going to breathe again, just like we've done in other things, to kind of calm down that nervous system. So big belly breath. Breathe out. You're going to feel that glute start to relax and just sink around the lacrosse ball. That's what we're looking to capture. I'm going to get a little bit on the other side too, just to be equal. So getting into that glute, cross the leg over. This is obviously a tighter side for me. We get in there, find a spot. Breathe out. Feel it start to relax. So once we've spent a minute or so on each side, you can get rid of the lacrosse ball. We're going to start working into frog pose, or looking at the actual hip capsule itself. So as we get our knees wide, so we can start feet together, knees go as wide as they can. We start to come forward, whether it's on your elbows or on your hands, both are fine. Get our feet out wide to match where our knee is. It should be directly underneath or directly behind our knee. And as we go through this position, it might already be tight in your hips. If this is tight, hang out here. If we could sink back a little bit, get to where you start to feel a tight, pinchy feeling in the hip. It's not going to feel great. It's going to feel different than muscle. Muscle is like a deep ache, but if you can feel that muscle tension, this is going to be a little sharper because we're looking at joint capsule. And the way we break up joint capsule is small little oscillations in that in range. So when I get here, I'm looking to bounce, get into in range, touch on it, come out of it, get into in range, touch on it, get out of it. And I'm looking for roughly 20 reps there of touching against that in range and getting away from it, trying to improve that. So if we've smashed external rotators, improved a little bit of that joint capsule, internal rotation through the frog pose. Next one is 90-90 position, and we're looking to basically activate and create internal rotation of this leg. So from here, I want chest up. We're looking straight ahead. I don't want this pelvis doing anything crazy to help favor this, and we're looking to see, hey, can we lift this foot off the ground? If you can't, and a lot of people can't, completely fine. You're going to feel this fire. You might feel this cramp. It means we're using glute med to create that internal rotation, which is exactly what I want. We might just see like, hey, heel lifts up. Many of you might get higher than me, but I want to start to own that range of motion. We'll go to the other side. because you'll realize that not every side is even. From here, firing, lifting that back leg. Just like with the frog pose, how we were going like 20 reps sitting back. I want 20 reps total, so 10 on each side, trying to really contract. If it's easy for you and lifting is not a problem, lift up, hold an isometric, demo that. We're just gonna hold. This is when it gets really spicy. We'll probably end up cramping, completely normal. It happens when we touch those end ranges of motion and try to really hold them and squeeze. But that gives us a good guide into starting to improve internal rotation so that we have more room in the pelvis and things don't transfer upstream into our low back.